The year 1989. The day, Friday the 13th, October. The car, Ford Festiva, red with a racing stripe. The story. My sister and I got in a fight at school. I was a junior and she was a freshman. I was planning on going somewhere after school with my friends and told her she needed to catch a ride. She didn't like that, so she put a hex on me. She said, "I hope you get in a car accident." Here's that story. I had a choir concert. I was wearing like my choir outfit, which was some kind of knit thing with a bunchy belt. They're very on trend in the 80s. It was red. I had two friends in my car. One was a German exchange student. Another one was actually a good friend of my little sister's. We were planning on going out, do a little cruising after the concert because it was a Friday. And I took a right out of the high school and I turned left right into a station wagon. My car flipped several times, ended up landing right side up. And the most amazing thing is that we were all okay. For the most part. They all got rushed to the hospital. But before that happened, fire trucks showed up. I don't know if you guys have this in your town, but we had like this Explorer program where students at your high school could be on the fire department helping with whatever they did. And there was this guy, Scotty, that I knew from school. He's the first person I saw when he got off the fire truck. I was having a lot of trouble breathing. They cut my dress off in front of Scotty. And guess what kind of underwear I was wearing? It was my period. I was wearing big panties all the way up past my belly button. I literally was telling the firemen, please do not cut this off of me in front of him. But as we get to the hospital, this is before cell phones. They're like, what adult can we call for you? And I'm like, please call my mom. My parents were divorced and I live with my dad, but I didn't want my dad to yell at me because I wrecked the car. And I knew it was my fault. But like, again, we were okay. My mom lived a little further away. She gets there. Then she calls my dad. How did she find me in the hospital? I was screaming. I was screaming to my friends that Scotty saw me in my underwear. Traumatized by this. Here's the thing. I saw him at my 30 reunion and I thanked him for never telling other people about the fact that he saw me in my granny panties because no one ever mentioned it, ever, until I reconnected with one of my high school besties. He was a guy. He happened to be on the Explorer program, but out of another fire department. And so they would meet up and he told the story to all of the people that were on the Explorer program in my high school. And so he knew the whole story and he never mentioned it. But he's like, the way Scotty told me was your underwear was like right up to your boot. I'm like, they were. And I was wearing a ginormous pad because I had my period. Here's the thing. I live here now back in my hometown area. And making that turn, it actually causes a little trauma reaction for me. And there's even a light now. But I remember telling my dad that I had to go and buy nicer underwear, not the 8-pack of Fruit of the Loom, right after this happened. Now I just wear pretty underwear because you never know if you're going to get in a car accident. And I just don't want to die in granny panties, even though they're super comfortable.